144,000, a sacred number across time, tradition, and transformation. Introduction: numbers as portals of meaning. Across spiritual traditions and mystical systems, certain numbers seem to carry resonance far beyond their mathematical value. The number 144,000 is one such number, a figure that has captivated seekers, saints, mathematicians, and metaphysicians for millennia. Though most famously mentioned in the Book of Revelation, 144,000 has surfaced in vastly different spiritual traditions, from Vedic cycles in Hinduism to Mayan calendrics, Tibetan numerology, and even modern-day New Age thought. Why this number? Why has it endured? Is 144,000 a literal count of people, of souls, of time units, or is it a symbolic pattern, a metaphysical frequency embedded in the architecture of reality? What truths lie buried beneath its digits? This essay is a deep exploration into the origins, symbolism, and interconnected meanings of 144,000, a journey that spans scripture, quantum physics, cosmic cycles, genetic encoding, sacred geometry, and the future of human evolution. We will examine how and why this number appears across world traditions and what it might say about our collective spiritual destiny. Part 1: Biblical Origins, Revelation and the Sealed Souls. The most well-known reference to 144,000 appears in the Book of Revelation, chapters 7 and 14. Then I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000 from all the tribes of Israel. Revelation 7:4. Here the 144,000 are described as sealed servants of God, representing 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes of Israel. Later in Revelation 14, the 144,000 are depicted as standing with the Lamb on Mount Zion, having the Father's name written on their foreheads. They are described as pure, blameless, and redeemed from the earth. There are many ways to interpret this. Literalist view: some Christian sects believe only 144,000 will be saved or raptured. Symbolic view: others argue the number is allegorical, representing divine completion. 12 tribes times 12, divine governance, times 1,000, great magnitude. Esoteric view: many mystics and Gnostic Christians consider the 144,000 to be a frequency or consciousness tier, a vibrational cohort of souls who have ascended or activated a divine code. Thus, from its inception, the number is tied to selection, redemption, and awakening. Part 2: Sacred Geometry and the Mathematical Mysticism of 144. In sacred geometry, 144 is deeply resonant. The Fibonacci sequence, a divine pattern seen in nature, galaxies, and biology, includes 144 as 12th number. 144 equals 122, and 12 is seen as a number of cosmic order, 12 months, 12 zodiac signs, 12 apostles. A circle of 360 degrees, when divided into 5 golden angles, approximates patterns involving 144 degrees. In frequency and sound, 144 Hz is associated with heart coherence and emotional clarity. These elements suggest 144 is not arbitrary. It appears in the structural and energetic scaffolding of the universe. Multiplying 144 times 1,000, a scriptural unit of magnitude, results in 144,000, perhaps implying not a literal count of souls, but a frequency band or energetic blueprint. Part 3: Hinduism and Vedic Cycles, Yugas and Cosmic Math. In Hinduism, numbers are the language of Brahman, the absolute reality. Time is cyclical, not linear, and every unit is measured in vast epochs called yugas. Each Mahayuga, great age, is composed of Satya Yuga, 1,728,000 years. Treta Yuga, 1,296,000 years. Dvapara Yuga, 864,000 years. Kali Yuga, 432,000 years. Notice the numerical patterns, multiples and divisors, of 144,000 echo here. 432,000 divided by 3 equals 144,000. Thus, the number appears embedded in cosmic cycles, particularly Kali Yuga, the current Dark Age, which is prophesied to end with a return to truth, Satya. Some esoteric Hindu groups believe 144,000 souls or rishis, sages, reincarnate during Yuga transitions to assist in planetary rebalancing. Part 4. Tibetan and Buddhist Symbolism. Tibetan Buddhism refers to rainbow body teachings, the idea that advanced practitioners can dissolve the physical body into light. While not always tied to a specific number, certain texts suggest there are 144,000 energy channels in the human subtle body nadis, connected to the chakra system. This links to the idea of ascension, liberation, and energetic refinement, parallel themes to revelation. Part 5. The Mayan calendar and galactic cycles. The Mayan Tzolk'in calendar is based on cycles of 260 days, and the long count calendar measures epochs in kin days. Their mathematical system involved base 20 and base 18 cycles. One key calculation. 13 baktons times 144,000 days equals 1,872,000 days. That is the length of the full Mayan Great Cycle, ending in 2012, which some interpreted as the beginning of a spiritual awakening. Again, 144,000 appears as a sacred time unit, not just quantity, but timing. Part 6. 144,000 and the DNA code. In the modern age, many metaphysical researchers suggest that 144,000 may link to genetic codes and light body activation. Each human being has 64 DNA codons, 12 strands, theoretically, only 2 active today, 144 subquantum frequencies of light or photonic instructions. Some propose that 144,000 codes of light are embedded in our dormant DNA, and spiritual awakening activates these strands. In this view, the 144,000 is within us, not outside. Part 7. Ascension Theory, a soul group frequency. In New Age and esoteric thought, many spiritual teachers refer to 144,000 lightworkers, starseeds, or ascended souls currently incarnated on Earth with a mission to awaken humanity. In this theory, each soul is part of a soul group. 144,000 is not a fixed number, but a frequency band, a tribe of awakened beings across dimensions. Their purpose is to help anchor the new Earth or 5D consciousness. This concept is heavily influenced by channeled texts like the Law of One, the Pleiadian messages, and other sources describing Earth as undergoing a spiritual graduation. Part 8. Islamic numerology and esoteric Sufism. Though less emphasized in mainstream Islam, certain Sufi teachings refer to numerical symbology. In some branches of Ismaili or Sufi esoterica, 144,000 prophets are said to have been sent across history, implying a universal spiritual lineage. In this case, 144,000 becomes symbolic of spiritual continuity, linking all traditions, not just one. Part 9. Symbolic interpretations, 144,000 as a code. Summarizing the multi-traditional appearances, we find consistent themes. Completion and wholeness, 12 times 12 equals divine order times divine order. Magnitude times 1,000 equals an expression of cosmic scale. Time, frequency, light and body, appearing in DNA, calendars and sound. Spiritual elect or archetypes, often depicted as chosen, sealed, ascended, or luminous. Cyclical rebirth, linked to transitions between ages or dimensions. Thus, 144,000 is not about elitism, but activation, those who choose to awaken within themselves the full divine blueprint. Part 10. The collective unconscious and Jungian insight. Carl Jung's idea of the collective unconscious offers another lens. Archetypes, universal patterns of behavior, exist in a transpersonal field. Could 144,000 be an archetypal number embedded deep in the unconscious of humanity as a signal of mass transformation? Jung believed that individuation, the process of becoming whole, required integrating these collective patterns. The number 144,000 may represent the symbolic threshold for collective individuation, a critical mass of awakened beings triggering a psycho-spiritual evolution. Part 11, the tipping point, is 144,000 a quantum threshold? From a systems theory standpoint, certain processes, like viral spread or cultural change, require a tipping point. Malcolm Gladwell called it the law of the few, where only a small group, about 5%, can influence the whole. 144,000 out of a global population, e.g., 8 billion, is about 0.0018%. Yet, in some energetic theories, a small group vibrating at a higher frequency can shift the consciousness of the whole. This is called resonant entrainment or morphic field activation, Rupert Sheldrake's work. Part 12, the fractal view, as above, so below. In sacred geometry and fractal theory, the same patterns repeat across scales. 144,000 may be a cellular pattern in a divine organism, a resonant code echoing in time, space, biology, and culture, a dimensional threshold, the minimum number of activated souls required to flip Earth to a higher frequency. From the Hermetic axiom, as above, so below, we may see 144,000 not just as a number, but a mirror of divine architecture. Conclusion, a number of awakening. The number 144,000 has survived millennia of myth, scripture, initiation, and evolution. It has been used to mark the elect, calculate cosmic cycles, and measure sacred time. Whether you approach it through the Bible, Vedas, Maya, Buddhist teachings, or genetic light codes, the core message remains. There is a divine pattern encoded in the universe, and 144,000 is one of its signatures. But perhaps the most important realization is this: you don't need to be one of the 144,000 to awaken. The number itself is an invitation, not to exclusion but to inclusion. Not to hierarchy but to harmony. Not to destiny but to choice. And maybe the deeper meaning of 144,000 is simply this: a critical mass of awakened souls vibrating at love is enough to birth a new world.